Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and we are expecting the next expansion announcement literally any day now as well. It's that time where, you know, Twist is going to get patched in, the pre-order is going to go with it, and what does that mean? New cards, card reviews, and me talking out my butt, and sometimes getting cards right, sometimes getting them wrong, and what we always do is make sure we dunk on the absolute worst card reviews, because nobody wants to hear when I'm right. We don't care. We just want to insult the idiot when he makes bad reviews, so we're going to do that today. And I also wanted to remind you guys, I'm giving away one legendary Rifam portrait. All you have to do to get that is enter the giveaway that it was in yesterday's video. In the description below, like and comment on this video, be subscribed to the channel. You have a chance to win. I'm going to announce the winner probably on Tuesday, because I think that's when the expansion's going to get announced, and then we're going to have our big expansion giveaway with like mega bundles, pre-orders. I always try and hook you guys up, so stay tuned for that. Lots of stuff coming, but get in that Rifam giveaway. But anyways, let's take a look at the cards I got absolutely wrong. Starting off, we have Rhythm Dancer Risa, the card that's already been buffed and still sucks after being buffed. Yes, I thought this might actually see play, and well, let's hear what the idiot has to say. And then we have a legendary. There's one class legendary left, but we have Rhythm Dancer Risa, a 5. I still don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but you know, that's what we're gonna go with. Mana, 3/5 rush minion. After your hero attacks, return this to your hand and set its cost to 1. You see how slow I'm reading? Because I have butchered the reading on so many different cards that I'm like, if I read really slow, I'll get it right. And to be fair, I don't know if I really messed up any cards in that mini set, so I probably did, but at least not this one. So you play this, you maybe have a weapon up, just hero power. Yeah. You can trade into something. You have deciphered the card. Back. It costs 1 and it's permanently, and then you can do that again. It's basically, as long as you're attacking, you have a free 3/5 like every turn. Not free, it's 1 mana, idiot, but anyways, continue. But it has to attack into something that can like trade into and survive, right? That's like, the problem. You know, if it has more than 5 attack, 5 attack or more, you can't really value trade. But still, it seems like a very flexible, powerful card. You can discount this with your draw spell that draws you. I get so obsessed with like, oh, you could play the tutor rush card and just or rush minions with the whole Halveria thing. It can also just help you buff stuff up on the board. You are reaching. It just seems like a very flexible or really good rush card. What it's flexible other than Outcast, but maybe this is just so good you play it at every Demon Hunter deck just because it always gives you a play. Especially after 6 mana. It's so expensive. It is expensive to set up. Right? I haven't set it. Anyways, the card's bad. I'm not sure how good this is. It's potentially like busted and super frustrating. How? Or it's potentially too slow and clunky because you gotta be able to kill stuff to get it back to your hand to make it worth it, right? You don't even have to. You could like trade in and hit it, but still, I don't know. I'm gonna give it a 3. Yeah, I see like serious potential in the card. Why? How? I don't get that. I don't know. For some reason I just saw on this card. I don't see how. It's a 1-star card. It's been buffed to 4, and it is still one of the worst performing mini set cards out there. I don't know. I see the mana cheat of it. I guess I got distracted, but overall, not really the best card. Next, we have a card that has genuinely surprised me. Hidden Meaning. Seeing relatively strong play, particularly like a Renathal Hunter that runs like a secret package, and let's talk about it. Exclusive Hunter card, a new secret. I actually called that in the prediction video. Anyways, I said a secret. Wow, bold take, Zeddy, bold. What the secret would be. I'm not that smart. I'm not smart. I mean, have you seen your reviews? You think you're wearing a Donkey Kong shirt and you're acting like you're unbelievable. Hidden Meaning, a 2 mana secret. And important to note, these secrets do not have upgraded versions anymore. True. So it's very similar to the secret where if your hero gets attacked, that would summon a 3-cost minion, but it would take the damage. But this, you just get a clean, full health, 3-cost minion. It doesn't proactively do anything. It's just there. No, not really. I feel like that's a little bit worse than Because it's at the end of their turn, no matter you summon it. It basically has charge, right? Like it's already had its summoning sickness, whatever you want to call it. It's good to go. And that actually makes it really much more impactful than I think I originally had thought. There just hasn't been a need to run secrets in Hunter for quite some time, and I don't see this like taking the slot of like what Hunter has been doing. Mainly it's been like face Hunter or like mid-range. Just think of like the new 1-drop Costume Singer has just really helped, you know, cycle through, and it's a good aggressive card where if your opponent spends their mana, you get that 3-drop. It's really worked out quite a bit more than I thought. Maybe you get high roll, of course. You can get like the Ranger that dies, the 5/4 Reborn, but overall,
that's a card.
Standard Wild, I think this is a 2-star card at best. I don't see it seeing a ton of play unless secrets become like worth. So yeah, it's basically a 3-star card. It's not like too crazy, but it's seeing relatively good play, and I just think it's a lot better than I originally thought it was going to be. It's a card that I even say in this review that I think it might be a sleeper, but I didn't take the leap. This card, Hollow Hound, is like a 4, not a 5-star card, but like a 4-star, really good card in both Deathlight and Hunter. And well, I just couldn't commit to the rating. I just couldn't do it. Undead Beast, it has Lifesteal and Rush, so not bad. It's still, you know, premium stats would be like a 6/7. Nice stats for the cost. But it also damages a little insane next to whomever this attacks. That's a lot of heal. This hits 3 minions, says 9 healing. Minimum. Great arena card. I don't know if it has enough impact in standard. Like Hunter and Deathlight can't really hand buff it. If they could can't hand buff it, but you know, you have Lorthamar and Bananas, and I mean, Deathlight in particular just has blood spells that if you want to run, you can buff. There's a lot of ways to buff it, as we have found out very often since this card has been put into standard. Like Dire Frenzy and Wild, you know, it's a beast and all that. You can bring this back with the legendary spell in Hunter, which is nice because it's proactive, because it's got Rush, it gives you heal. So that's probably a pretty decent addition to that style of deck. I just don't think you're hard running this card. No. It just screams arena to me. But it does represent a lot of healing. Can never understate that. Likes to heal, and Hunter not so much. But again, the Hunter doesn't like to heal because they can't. They never have a good option, right? It's super rare to have. To be fair, when I made my tier list of the mini set cards, I bumped this up. I realized I totally underrated it. But hey, the first review, you gotta stick to it, and you're getting roasted, you Donkey Kong dumbass. A Stranglethorn Heart, it can see play. I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5 in Standard Wild, but I think it might have a shot to be like one of those sleeper cards. Like even I can see it kind of pop in and be playable. It's more than playable. Incredible card. One of my favorite cards of the mini set. I just think it's really cool. Getting that big heal feels great. It can be frustrating to face, obviously, but at the end of the day, I think it's one of my favorite cards in Hearthstone in some time. In both Hunter and Deathlight, I think it's just been a really cool addition. And we're gonna leave off with the ones that it's just hilarious to see how I just got these 2 cards so just completely wrong, at least so far. Cation for Paladin. 2 mana, 2 durability, so you get 2 uses out of it. Give your minions Rush. And why I think this card is so good, I think it's so good is one of the weaknesses pure Paladin has. One of its big weaknesses it has is it's not the best at recovering the board. It's not the best at like fighting from behind. They don't have like a Anachronos or Class Action Lawyer or Leviathan, or there's no way to get the board back. You know what's a great way to get a board back is a big weapon that can either heal you, murder your opponent, or just clear the board, you know? Or, you know, this location that's kind of clunky and nobody plays. But anyways, but when you're playing Divine Shield minions with high stat or high attack and all of that, you're flooding the board, and then you click this button, they all get Rush. And you can all of a sudden not only swing the board in stats, you can swing the board in actual, like, you know, proactivity, trading off, killing things, maybe even drawing cards. I gotta say, I make a good case, but I'm just thinking of Libram Paladin days with Broomstick. That was 1 mana, it had Rush itself, itself. And it was just a different deck, right? It's a different deck. It's I have not even seen anyone play this in pure Paladin. Like, I just haven't seen it. And I think that deck's pretty good. I think people would run it if it was pretty good there. But I don't know, maybe some other decks will use it at some point. But regardless, let's just continue to the rating. And regardless, I'm giving this a 4 out of 5 in standard, a 3 out of 5 in wild. I just think this is a really, really strong card. But you're always, you know, feel free to disagree in the comments below. I will disagree with you, Mr. Donkey Kong, that, I mean, you can see my argument. It's not terrible, but like at the end of the day, it's just not efficient enough, right? Like 2 mana, 2 uses. You rather just play a minion, a weapon, something more proactive, and then go into like your late game, which is just incredible. And it's been nerfed like what, 3 times the last patch. Pure Paladin's still like top tier, still really good, and still doesn't use this card. And well, let's leave off with the worst of the worst. I couldn't possibly underrate Horn of the Windlord, which sees play in both Paladin and Shaman, and is pretty darn good. Lord, it is a Paladin Shaman card, so this can go into Shaman, hence the Wind Fury. That's kind of thematic of Wind Fury. 6 thematic of Wind Fury? You mean thematic of Shaman or Windlord? My goodness, Zeddy. Mana 3/4, weapon, Wind Fury. Whenever your hero attacks a minion, set its stats to 3/3. So you can kill anything, as long as it doesn't have Divine Shield, or I guess Death Rattle that comes up with more stuff. But still, this can help you really control the board, or you can just play it for 6 mana and you deal 12 damage. Like that's not bad. You're not overloading. It's kind of reminiscent of Doomhammer in a way. I mean, in the fact that it's like literally the same with a better effect for 1 more mana, no overload. But in a way, great analysis. It's the only, I think this is the only other weapon to have Wind Fury ever, it's true, other than Doomhammer. True. I could be incorrect on that. No, you are correct. But yeah, it's pretty crazy to see a Wind Fury weapon in Paladin. Dual class cards are cool. They just open up so much. That was actually an accurate statement. Dual class cards, still pretty darn rad. Design possibilities, and also when you see this card, it's like, well, maybe it sucks in Paladin, but maybe it can use in Shaman or vice versa. Do I think this is good? Probably not. No. Maybe a control Paladin, or like control the big Paladin, or something like, you know, control. It's very slow. What is control Paladin? What world are you in? My goodness, control Paladin hasn't been relevant since ever. I don't know. And I don't think the damage output is worth it. No. You know, to try and kill somebody. Not at all. Like Doomhammer already exists for Shaman. If it's not used right now, it's usually only used when you have like a lot to go with it, rather than just like a rock biter, right? What? I'm just gonna say, I forgot Feast and Famine was a card. And 4 Kelthal loss, like 2 buffers right there. I didn't even think of them. And if I had, I hope I would have rated it high, because not only was it insane burst, right? Feast and Famine, 1 mana. It's also insane lifesteal. That is just incredibly powerful, and it still is in its current nerf state. I just did not think of it. Give it a 2 out of 5 in standard. 2 out of 5 in wild. I think the design's really cool. I think this is insane. In arena, it is helping you just completely dominate the board in the arena. It totally is. That's right. Really strong, very strong. But in terms of like ladder playability, definitely not sold on it being a real juggernaut of a weapon. But again, I really like the design. I think it's cool. Love that design. You know, the design of smashing you in the face and healing for a bunch. But overall, I don't think the bad reviews were too bad this time around. But hey, this content's terrible. I'm gonna dislike it, and I'm gonna give myself a good old riffing, because we're critical of the channel, and what more fun is it than making fun of yourself for making some silly predictions? And I'm sure we'll have plenty more when the next expansion is announced any day now. So stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day, and stay salty, my friends.